What's up, Financial Hawks? It's your man, Eric. And in today's video, we're going to be going over AI. AI taking jobs. AI can probably help out with certain jobs. It's crazy right now with the just new videos and things that we're seeing with AI freaking like monthly. So let's go ahead and go over some of these videos. Let me know in the comments how you feel about AI.
According to the World Economic Forum. This is part 2. I listed 10 through 6 yesterday, so make sure you go back and check that out. If any one of these jobs is yours, let me know in the comments, because 3 has me worried that I might want to start looking for a new career myself. You're also going to get a percentage of the likelihood that the job is completely replaced by 2030. And coming in at number 5 is a legal assistant contract reviewer with the 55% chance of being replaced by 2030. With tools like Lexis Plus AI that can summarize and review legal contracts, entry-level legal assistants are already going by the wayside. Coming in at number 4 with a 58% chance of being replaced is going to be a graphic designer. With tools like Adobe Firefly and Canva AI, graphic designing with high-quality images has never been easier, making it so graphic designers aren't really necessary anymore. And coming in at number 3 with a 60% chance of being replaced by AI, and this one hurts a little bit, is a financial analyst. Right now, AI can review financials, summarize reports, and make forecasts based on all of the reports put out by companies, therefore making financial analysts just a little less important in 2030. And coming in at number 2 with a 63% chance of being replaced, and this should surprise nobody, a customer service representative. With ChatGPT 4 and Zendesk AI now being mainstream and usable for most businesses, accuracy and quality has gone up significantly because of resources like this, making customer service representatives almost obsolete. And coming in at number 1 with a 65% chance of being replaced is a junior software developer. Right now, AI is able to write code, modify code, and fix bugs a lot quicker than humans are, therefore completely eliminating the need for junior software developers. If any one of those jobs were yours, let me know in the comments. Like and follow if you want more lists like this.
All right. So I think this is actually a pretty good one for me to actually go or look at first, since I just kind of did like all of these or dang near all of them. So let's go to the list right here. The first I've got the legal assistant. Okay. I've never been a legal assistant, but just looking at documents, I'm pretty sure you guys have looked at plenty of documents when you're signing things online and you going through it. Being able to use the AI to go through and sift through it and find things is so freaking fast and so accurate. When I was going through my home insurance coverage, for example, and it was like a lot of pages, it was like 2 documents. I just put in the AI and I told it to give me a summary, give me lists of what it covers, XYZ, and present it to me nice. And it was able to do it like maybe like 10 seconds, looking through it or analyzing it and then producing all the stuff. Maybe a little longer than 10 seconds. Maybe take a minute to like analyze, but I think about 10 seconds for it to actually start writing everything down for me. So yeah, I can definitely see that, in the legal sense, lawyers and other like, I guess, places, even just regular people using AI to like look through their like legal documents. And again, being able to like summarize that and make that, see if it's good or bad or whatnot for that contract or whatever you're looking at. So I can definitely see that being one. Graphic designers, this one, he's saying about 58%. This one is like, I can see both sides of this. Like, for example, I don't call myself a graphic designer, but I do use Photoshop a lot. I've been using Photoshop for a minute now. Just being a YouTuber, I had to create my own graphics for my thumbnail. So neat. And like such as my gaming channel where I really had to like learn Photoshop and use it, and now being able to use AI, it helps out so much. However, still having the skill set to use Photoshop or to use any type of like software, and then having AI help you out to make things even faster and more efficient and even better. I think that's the perfect combo right there. So I can see maybe a lot of graphic designers who aren't able to utilize AI, but I feel like if you can utilize AI, you should be able to make your work, you should be able to work more efficiently, and you should be able to get just more stuff out as well. So I do see where he's coming around with the 58%, maybe 50-50 right now. But then again, though, I got to remember, like when I'm like online, I see a lot of artists like, no, I will never use AI or XYZ. So we'll see how that is next 5-10 years from now. But if you are a graphic designer, I say utilize AI, make it like you become the pro at it. So now not only are you the best at fine tuning things, but you're also the pro of utilizing AI to make things even faster for yourself and maybe do things that you don't want to waste your time on, you know? So that's my thoughts on that one. Let's get three finance analysts. Well, this is a financial channel. I really haven't had to use AI too much for like too many finance things. I actually utilized it to help me out with my taxes when I did my taxes this year. Ever since I was 18, I've always done my own taxes. And I think by 18, 19, I think my mom showed me how to do it and showed me like the program she was using and all that. But then I kind of just been doing it myself. And yeah, I never had to use AI for that. However, it would have helped out so much instead of me having to Google certain things. And then this past year, just how things kind of shifted from the business to doing the cyber stuff and XYZ. It was good to actually have the AI to help me double check things, make sure I got the right numbers, and it kind of just made things a whole lot faster. So yeah, I can definitely see again AI being able to do that really efficiently, especially now. I can just imagine how it is like a year or two from now. So I can see finance analysts losing a lot of positions. Customer service, yeah, I can definitely see that as well. I think everybody's used to seeing this with like the robocalls. You know, you're calling in, you're talking to a robot for like dang near half the call or 60-70% of the call, and then you're on wait, and then you finally talk to somebody if you talk to somebody ever. So yeah, it's a 63%. I think that might be like 70-75% low key. And the last one, junior software development. Now, on one of my other channels, this was like years ago before I even knew this thing called vibe coding. I was using AI to help me out with creating games. The first one was a snake game, and I was trying to utilize just ChatGPT, nothing else, to create the snake game. And guess what? I was able to do it. I did have to like coach it or tell it like, hey, this is the errors that are showing up, because there were a few errors, but like after like 3 or 4 iterations, it worked. And I was able to play the game and everything. I may have like a little thing maybe pop up of me playing the game. I mean, it was not like nothing big, but again, I was able to utilize solely ChatGPT. I didn't have to code, not put one C++, not one Python code, nothing, just straight ChatGPT. And that was years ago. So doing that now in 2025, I can just imagine 2026, 2027, I can just imagine. And then again, this is like for junior roles. I'm pretty sure if you are on the higher end, you may be still maybe more safe, but it may be a good time for you to utilize AI in your current day to day and maybe go to another, section of your field that AI may not touch as quickly as it's touching a lot of the other ones.
AI is going to eat a lot of jobs. A new report came out today that said the type of tasks that AI can do is going to double every 7 months. You have to think bigger and act bigger about what to do about it. Things like universal basic income, creating caring and nurturing economy around human values. That's really the only way out. I enjoyed my friend Ezra Klein and Derek Thompson's recent book, Abundance. That's what we have to be going for. We have to go for abundance, or else AI is going to push us into scarcity.
All right, we got my man Yang. Cool guy. I remember back when he was trying to go towards presidency, and the whole big thing about like the universal basic income, the UBI. And yeah, he was definitely ahead of his time with that. He was definitely ahead of his, I think that would have been, pretty cool for the most part, being able to have the extra money. And then if you're still working, you can like really grind or really start paying out debt. But anyways, we're flash forward in 2025 now, and AI has been taking a whole lot of jobs, and it's going to continue to do this. And yeah, I don't know if it's like necessarily too late for UBI at this point with how things are going. He's still talking about, it being able to help out. I'm not exactly sure how much money they would be giving people, but I think still there would have to be some type of way to not have AI take all the jobs, if that makes sense. And by that, I mean, maybe a way or something that we can like find other new ways for people to work, or like other type of jobs. Again, this is how it works. You can't just ban AI because we're competing against everybody. You got China and all the other countries in the world also developing AI and also grinding. So it's like, if we just banned it, then we'll be behind, because then they'll be able to work 10, 20, 30, etc. X over us. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, there. However, yeah, maybe universal basic income or some type of income that everybody gets may be the new wave for a bit. Again, this is 2025 right now. All the jobs haven't been lost. I want to look back at this video in like 2-3 years and see where we're at right now. But all the jobs right at this moment in October have not been taken yet. So yeah, maybe if we do need this UBI, maybe that's something that they need to go in and start up now. So, when AI has been taking a whole lot more jobs, and then when it's more in the physical world, because right now, again, there's a lot more on the technological side in terms of like software, like in software and different things of that nature. It's not like a robot actually walking around with the AI inside of them yet. But once they start getting bodies and can start maneuvering like around, kind of close to like what we're seeing like Amazon, for example, where they have like their machines. I think it's like 60 or 70% the warehouse is like automated. And I think I want to say Walmart, if I'm not mistaken, they said they're going to do a 3-year hiring freeze, I think, for the most part. And they're going to be like ramping up their AI. So there's going to be even more, craziness going there because you can't get a job at Walmart soon. So yeah, maybe UBI may be the way. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think on that.
Here's the scary truth. In about 5 years, most of the skills that you use today will be completely useless, and most people won't even move fast enough to keep up. I'm getting a master's degree in AI. I want to tell you about it. AI isn't just another tool. It's replacing entire chunks of jobs, coding, research, and now even customer service. If you only upskill, like learning the next AI app or the best prompt to use, you're only adding a bucket to a sinking ship. The hard truth is that many people, instead of upskilling, will need to reskill, switching to an entirely new career path, or they're going to get left behind. Just look at the companies that saw this coming. Amazon turned warehouse workers into software developers. Bosch paid old school engine engineers to train for green tech jobs and even gave them days off to study. Ericsson, a European phone service provider, has started to turn their telecom specialists into AI and data science experts. These companies acted early, and now their workers are in high demand roles. Meanwhile, people who stuck with outdated skills, thinking it could never happen to me, are watching their jobs shrink in real time. Don't be the person who waits until the pink slip shows up. Start your reskilling journey now while you still have the choice. Follow me to learn how to move fast before that window closes.
All right, I think this was another pretty good one. Something like I talk about a lot on the channel in terms of working on yourself and upskilling yourself so you become better. Yeah, that's cool that he's getting a master's degree in AI. I know that's a lot right there. Like to learn now with AI, like there is like so many different types of AI, and like there's so many different like programs that you can use. Like for example, you got like ChatGPT. Everybody probably knows about that. If you use like Twitter, you got Grok. You got Microsoft Copilot, et cetera, that people like use on a daily basis. And I feel like if you can like get a grasp of how to use it and like how to use it in your current life or your current role, you will like right now, like even if you're not using it right now, if you can start to learn it and how you can utilize it in your day-to-day roles, I think you will be ahead of a lot of people. I watched a video talking about this too, that like online, yeah, we're talking about this AI, but like a lot of people are like, first off, aren't even in this niche to even like see this like in their feed. And then they may not even be online really. So they really don't understand like the craziness that's about to happen now with this AI and their jobs possibly, being nothing in the next 5 years. So if you haven't really done anything with AI, you can start like doing research right now on like different things that you can do with AI to help your current job out. Because again, those skill sets you can use on other programs. I kind of think of it like, for example, I used to video edit like heavy for years and years and years. And right now, I primarily use Premiere Pro. Now, when I went to like the cybersecurity and like learning different programs there, like the same stuff I kind of learned on Premiere Pro that I learned from like other editing software, even though the names may be different here and there, they usually have like a framework that you can follow with like different different cybersecurity things or different like tech things. For example, it kind of like pretty much the same thing. It has like a framework. So like if you start learning one program, you can, for the most part, be pretty good at other programs. Like for example, like Microsoft Azure, if you get used to using that, if you go to like Amazon's AWS, for example, you can still do well. Like the names and different things may be slightly different, but like if you understand the framework, you'll be for the most part pretty good. And I think people might get scared like, oh, I only know this one thing. I only know ChatGPT. That's the one thing I heard about. But my job only allows us to use Microsoft Copilot. You can still play around with Microsoft Copilot. Like I think for most jobs, for example, you can use some type of AI to help you out with your emails. Like, hey, help me out with the structure of this email. I'm thinking of saying XYZ, make it less technical so that people who aren't technical can understand this email, or make it more technical because maybe you're talking with IT people. Like there's like little things like that you can utilize AI for, and they can already start upskilling you. And then once you start having fun with that, then you may want to grow and learn more about it. But yeah, you just sitting there and like not learning anything at all, or just, hoping that, nothing gonna change in your job. Good luck. Good luck, because even the jobs that may be more secure, they may want people who can utilize AI as well. So they may want people who can be even faster and better. So, it's just something to think about right there.
For the year 2027.
So we're looking at a world where we have levels of unemployment we've never seen before. We're probably looking at AGI as predicted by prediction markets and tops of the labs.
So we'd have artificial general intelligence by 2027. How would that make the world different to how it is now?
So if you have this concept of a drop-in employee, you have free labor, physical and cognitive, trillions of dollars of it. It makes no sense to hire humans for most jobs. If I can just get, a $20 subscription or a free model to do what an employee does, first, anything on a computer will be automated. And next, I think humanoid robots are maybe 5 years behind. So in 5 years, all the physical labor can also be automated. So we're looking at a world where we have levels of unemployment we've never seen before. Not talking about 10% unemployment, which is scary, but 99%.
All right, I think that was another good one. And it's crazy too, because I was literally just talking about the humanoid robots as well. Whenever that comes and have the AI in their brains, then they can really go ham, because then it's like, yeah, anything that you can pick up, it can pick up, and it can probably do it a whole lot faster, and doesn't have to sleep, and doesn't have to do this, and doesn't have to do this, etc., etc. Now you're talking about like 99%. Now I don't think it's gonna be 99%. I'm just gonna take. Hopefully not. But like with the subscription service he's talking about, for example, like 20%. Like, oh, I can pay $20 to get the subscription. Okay, like if you're like the business owner, you're gonna still need people to then run those AIs, unless he's thinking like every business owner wants to be like the sole worker and wants to go ahead and just use all the AI. But it's like they're still working, 24/7. It's like being the CEO, but you're doing everything. It's like, sure, maybe people like myself and you probably watching the video, probably we're used to this right now, because we're not like making millions upon millions and whatnot. We're still, YouTube channels and whatnot. But like, I don't see just like a few owners and like everything else is AI. I can see, again, the owners and then the people underneath them. It's going to be a whole lot smaller workforce. I think it's going to be a whole lot smaller workforce, but that workforce is going to be using the AI. They're going to be pros at, different functions within AI. So like that one person will be able to do the job of like 20, 30, 40 people, for example. So it's going to be like, I think it'll be a whole lot more smaller groups of people at the different companies versus just one person running everything and using the AI. So that's kind of where I'm seeing it. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Do you see Microsoft having one owner, like a one CEO, and he's running everything, like he's using AI? Let me use AI for this and this and this. Or do you still think he's going to have like people, but the workforce is going to be smaller, but those people are going to be beasts at using different AI elements? He's going to be using AI. They're going to be using AI. They're going to be using AI. Or maybe, maybe with the humanoid ones, maybe there may be a way that like, hey, I give you an instruction and they'll just know how to do everything. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I see. I didn't think about the AI humanoid aspect of this. Because now I can actually see, for example, the CEO from Microsoft, instead of humans as the workers, he having AI humanoid robots. And these robots are not only physically, doing things for the company, but they can also just log into the computer and then also do stuff too. That could be something. I didn't think about that. I guess we're going to see 5 years. He said we're about 5 years from that. I guess we're going to see 2030. 2030 is going down. It's going down 2030. I may have to go ahead and become a personal trainer for that robots, how to teach you guys how to train and get buff. Shoot, you know what? Maybe 2035 they can get buff too. I don't know. Maybe time for me becoming an influencer before the robots become influencers too, man. It's getting crazy out here.
Let's just face it. AI is coming for your jobs if you're a white collar dude. AI is coming for most people's jobs. You got 5 years, 7 years for everything to be turned upside down. Anybody with high income earnings, you need to look at having a side hustle that replaces your income. AI is coming for most people's jobs.
All right, I agree. Yeah, I think AI is definitely coming for, a ton of different jobs. And again, it's different with this automation compared to other ones because now, and not only just affecting people on like the lower paying job, but also on the topper end too, with people who are getting paid higher end. You got, customer service people can lose their jobs or losing their jobs, as well as people who have these, high skill set jobs. So yeah, I think it's definitely good. I've been preaching about, having multiple sources of income for years. And I think it's becoming even more prevalent. When I was talking about that, I had no idea about this AI. However, with that coming, I think it's even more prevalent for you guys to find other avenues to make money instead of relying just on one sole income. Especially right now, if you can start right now in the next 5 years, you can already build up a platform, build up an audience, build up something. It's better right now to start doing it or start working on it or start learning about it versus waiting 5 years from now, 2030, when then it's already too late and everybody else is scrambling. Then you're just like everybody else. But if you start now, you have a 5-year, head start compared to everybody else. Now, I guess if you're like older, like if you're like 60, 65, you're 65, you can like retire maybe, or 62 plus. But like, man, if you're not and you don't have that retirement money, it's like, set aside. This is a great time right now. And if you're older too, like if you're like in your 40s and 50s, YouTube is probably super great for you. You may not realize it, and you may have to hire people for a minute, like to like help you edit, unless you just want to learn how to actually edit yourself. And like there's several different platforms you can use to make it easy. But you have like that knowledge of whatever job or career you're currently in that you can talk about. That you can probably tell us like, decades worth of fun, cool stories, for example, or how to maneuver in this type of field that can, gain you a whole lot of following and gain you a whole lot of money online. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.